Anyone have a client they want to talk about?
Um, one client I have, and it doesn't feel like I'm making any progress at all after about a year, right? And I can't remember this ever happening before.
Yeah, I know.
And
I mean,
it's one of the
you're really good with people. Yeah.
few people I see every week. So I see a couple of mentees every week, but this is the only coaching client who I see every week. And the part that we seem to be going over and over again is she's really afraid of every feeling.
Oh.
And while she says, I know it's thought, but she thinks that that's bad. And it just feels like she's stuck and I'm stuck now.
So
Incredibly anxious.
is she
Uh,
is she trying to get to avoid the feeling of fear?
yeah, avoid the feeling of fear, anxiety. There are some weeks and I'm the only person she'll talk to in an entire week because she's really afraid of humans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, what's in her mind? What's wrong with feeling frightened? What's the problem with feeling frightened? Everybody feels frightened. So how would she see that as a problem if everyone feels frightened? It's a normal human feeling. Well, how is it a problem?
Well, this is what she said this morning. If it's normal to feel that feeling, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, what is it about the feeling? What is it about that feeling? Why is it so hard or bad?
It's horrible and I want to end it. That's where
It's
she'll go.
horrible. Well, does is she, does she understand that when she's in a lower mood, that she's going to have a harder time with fear?
Yeah, she does, but then she'll say the same thing about moods. Well, if my moods are going to keep going up and down, I can't bear that. I want to end it.
Oh, so she just can't bear the human experience.
Right.
Now, does she ever feel good?
Seldom. And here's the weird thing. When she does feel good, she says she sabotages herself, and then she's back to the comfortable, and I'm using comfortable in inverted
Oh,
commas
yeah,
here,
I
in
understand that. Yeah, I've had
air
clients say that
quotes,
to me before. Yeah.
comfortable about feeling bad again.
Yeah, because that's familiar.
And almost deserving. That's where I've kind of like got to. I've even asked her that. Do you think you deserve to feel bad and don't deserve to feel good? And she says, yeah, sometimes I really don't think I deserve to feel good, so I punish
Well,
myself.
could you get a contract with her where all you would do is bring her into good feeling? So I would like get a contract with you. I don't want to talk about your fear. I just want to talk about how a person gets into good feeling. Would you want to do that? And I might even, do you see her in person or Zoom?
On Zoom, she lives in Austria.
Well, I might even, does she travel?
I don't think she's been out of Austria for about 10 years.
Because if I could get her to come to England, I might meet with her, like do like a 4 day, spend 4 days with her, just spend 4 days with her, and for the purpose of getting in her into a good feeling. I don't know if she'd do it,
Yeah.
but I'd say, look, you need to learn how to enjoy yourself. You've learned how to be in fear, and you've learned how to be in anxiety, but you haven't learned how to enjoy yourself. Did you ever enjoy yourself? Was there a time in your life where you enjoyed yourself? And you can build the feeling and the habit of enjoyment.
That's different.
Hmm?
That's different, Linda. I've not set my stall out that way and said it really clear that she needs to learn to enjoy herself
Yeah.
and not
Because,
pay
because
tension.
sometimes, well, see, sometimes it works out to go at the fear or the problem. Like, for
Mm.
example, when I was working with this woman and she has night terrors, and she's like, oh no, I have night terrors. And I said, well, you know, everybody has night terrors. She says, I know, but I can't tolerate them. I said, well, do you ever put your feet on the ground? What do you mean? Well, when you have a night terror, do you ever sit up and put your feet on the ground, your bedroom floor? She says, no. I said, I want you to do that next time you have a night terror. I want you to get up and put your feet on the ground, see what happens. And she did, and it made all the difference in the world because her thinking changed. Because she had to think, put your feet, instead of lying there in this terror, she had to think to to turn and sit, put her feet on the ground. And then she stood up. And then she walked out of the bedroom and she said, I felt so much better. So sometimes it works to really address the fear. It really, you can go at it with changing your thought, changing your mind. But with somebody that's so entrenched like she is, you just got to go, we got to learn to enjoy ourselves. We got to learn about the feeling of happiness. We have to learn. We have to get back there. We're not going to talk about fear. We're not going to talk about anxiety. We're not. So it's like you can go either way. But she might not want to.
It seems to me, well, I've tried all the other stuff. I've tried to for her to rationalize. I've tried for her to have a different relationship with feelings, but I've not gone in to set my stall out with her to, to teach her to feel good and enjoy life.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Like you know how to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
So you would talk, because you would get into your feeling of like, I know, you know, I've been with you and I know when you're enjoying yourself. So there's certain things you do that your enjoyment just comes up. And I would talk to her about that. I'd say, you know, when I do this, my feeling and my enjoyment of life just rises. And it's different for you know, and then I talk about my friends and so, you know, when they uh you know, go for a walk in the woods, they're just feeling just comes up. Or my other friend, when they go to you know, they go to a bar that has all these different kinds of scotch and whiskey, and they just sample everything and they have the best time. And they're feeling just enjoyment of life comes in. People's enjoyment of life comes in different ways. Like sometimes, like when, you know, people see their children or their grandchildren, they see animals. You know, they see an animal or they watch a bird and they forget about themselves and their feeling of, see, I talk like that
Yeah.
with her and then just see, but she might, you know, who knows what she'll do with that. But, you know, she has to want to, still want to, just to want to. And you have to get by her, probably get by her skepticism. You know, skepticism is, no, that's a bad, skepticism is a bad feeling. See, We're not doing bad feeling. We're only doing good feeling. And see, you know how to do good feeling, so you're grounded in it. The other thing I might do if she can't come out, I might listen to Sid or read The Missing Link, the passages about feeling, and then ask her about what she thinks. What do you think of this? And I might see her every day. I mean, meet with her every day. And talk every day. I'd meet with her and talk about feeling and how to enjoy your life. Is she a suicide, you think?
Yeah. Even
Yeah,
though one thing that you told me years ago about if a client is suicidal, the notion that that's off the table as a condition of us working together, which really
yeah,
worked with her.
yeah. Yeah, well, that's great that that worked with her. So then I would just talk to her about enjoying her life. No matter what, it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, because you're not looking at your circumstances. You're just looking inside for a feeling. Anybody can look inside for a feeling. And the thing is, and the other thing you'll have to teach her is that it's okay to go down, because she can come back up and back into that feeling. Go back up into that feeling. But is she listen to Sid?
Yeah, she's listened to Sid a lot. We've probably read The Missing Link together 3 times,
Oh,
I'd say.
and it doesn't help?
Well, it helps because like I think that clearly the fact that she keeps coming back, she knows there's hope in spite of what she thinks.
But can you feel when after she's listened to Sid or you've talked to her about the missing link, is her feeling go up?
Sometimes, and then sometimes she'll say something like, "Well, it's easy for Sid to say, it's easy for you to say when you're not
Right.
there." She'll
But when
dismiss
her
it.
feeling goes up, do you say, look, your feeling went up?
You know, there's a part of me that doesn't want to do that because then
Oh,
she'll
okay.
bring herself down.
Oh, I
But
see.
maybe I need to be a bit more, I don't know,
Well,
strong
you
on
know
this
what,
one.
when I'd ask her, I'd say, would it be okay? Would it work for you if when your feeling goes up, I I tell you, would that work for you, or would is it going to bring your feeling down if I say something? I'd ask her, because I'd say to her, look, I want you to get in the habit of seeing when you're up and noticing how you feel and leaning into that feeling. But I don't know if that's going to work for you. I might, because if I mention that you're in a better feeling, I don't want that to make you go down, my mentioning it. So I'd have a discussion with her about it, a
Yeah,
partnership with
I
her.
think right now, I think, but I don't know because I've not asked that question. I think she'd say that would not help.
Yeah,
It would get me more in my head more.
yeah. No, I mean, I would just keep doing what keep teach, say, look, we're just going to do enjoyment. I have a client like that. It's a pro bono client that I work with who's just like that. And I meet with her every couple months. And it's just, she moves when I meet with her. And then when the next time I see her, she's almost back to where she was, square one. And then she comes out and maybe so over time there's tiny changes. She's very, very much like the client you're talking about. Just completely freaked out by her experiences of fear and anxiety. And you know, definitely potential suicide. But she hangs in there. Anything more you want to say? Or is that
No, it was
it?
brilliant. No, it was brilliant, Linda. Thank you.